Hi, I see two thumbs up and one person. Can you guys see me? Are you guys there? Good morning, Incognito. Good morning. So, hey, Brooklyn Miss. Good morning. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit something different for morning motivation. Also, I wanted to discuss like this channel that I'm only gonna be doing love readings on this channel, but I'm waiting for more people to come on, and then I'm gonna review what we're gonna be talking about today because I have received an email, and we're gonna discuss that. Okay, it's like yeah, how much are you willing to lose in the name of love? Hey, Shaylin, Kayla. Okay, so you're Virgo. What's up, Virgo? Yeah, so I received the email from someone, and we're gonna discuss that today. Um, Yeah, so morning motivations is just going to be like general conversation that we have with each other just to get in your mental state. Not everything is tarot, but I do have personal readings to do today, and I'm going to be possibly doing some readings on my second channel today. I'm Possible 2.0. But yeah, so there's only 7 people in the chat, so we're waiting for more. Um, Maybe because it's not an all signs reading. Yeah, hit the like as you come in, guys. Yeah, so maybe it's not like because it's an all signs reading, but the live. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for people to get in here. But yeah, so I'm starting my weight loss journey. So if you guys would like to do the 30-day challenge with me, you know, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So right now I'm fasting. Okay, so yeah, water, 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 1 meal a day, and stuff like that. So yeah. But I need to lose the weight. I need to lose the weight here, guys. I really do. We only have 3 thumbs up, 11 people. Yeah, so let's get those thumbs up because I'm gonna read this email and I'm gonna discuss what I'm reading here. Okay, it's quite intense and it's quite a long reading. All right. Um, and I'm pretty sure I have videos on this about these men and all this bullshit and blah 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 and this and that. But hey, what's up? Thank you, Aqua Hokage. Yeah, what's up? So yeah, so this is coming from an Aquarius woman, by the way. This email. This email is from an Aquarius woman dealing with a Scorpio man, and she went to my Scorpio man video, but she didn't take heed to what I said. Now, I'm not saying that every Scorpio man is the same. Depends on their birth chart or whatever. But if you're dealing with a low vibrational motherfucker, no matter what sign they are, this is what's going to happen here. What I'm going to read you right now. This is what's going to happen here. So I'm not. She's Aquarius. I'm Aquarius, right? We all make fucked up. You know, maybe when I was younger, and even some things I did as an adult. That's kind of like stupid and crazy and shit. But that's how you learn lessons. But this right here, it's like it's a no-no. Okay, this is a no-no. Hey, K Rare Breed. So I'm gonna get into this email. Please give a thumbs up, and we're gonna discuss this today because I don't know how many videos are out there about this, about narcissistic men, about red flags, about love bombing, about gaslighting, and still to this day, we're still not learning lessons here, and especially when you have children, this is fucked up. Okay, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna be putting the list of things on my community board as to what I'm eating right now and drinking right now. Okay, so yeah, so let's get those thumbs up, and I'm gonna read this email to you, and we're gonna discuss this as we go along. Okay, so hopefully, if I wish I knew this information when I was a fucking teenager into my 20s, because I would have been so far further in life if I knew what I'm going to tell you now. So this person is an Aquarius woman. She has 2 children. She lives in Texas, currently living in Texas. a 8 and a 10-year-old, a 8-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son. She met a Scorpio, okay, through colleagues, you know, like this some type of celebration of some sort. They got to know each other. They hit it off instantly, and I'm going to tell you what she has to say here, okay? So she went, okay, so before she went to my Scorpio man video, remember I have different parts to the zodiac signs when I used to do them. So she went to part one, and I'm telling you, not everybody, not all the signs are the same, but she said that she decided to not listen or take my advice, and because they hit it off and blah blah blah. So let's read. So she said, "Hi Tasha, my name is," we'll call her T. Her name starts with a T. "I met a Scorpio man and went to your Scorpio man videos to see what kind of person I was dealing with. And in the beginning, I ignored your warnings because he was nothing like that. For me, it was an instant connection. We have never stopped talking since the day we met, and this man was everything that I wished for. We shared so much in common that our childhood story sounded like we literally grew up in the same neighborhood. I felt it was my first time knowing what love feels like, and I admire him because of his protective side. And in the first week, he cooked for me and massaged my feet." Let's pause right here, okay? So this is already like the first week. We don't really know someone, right? This is the first week. Okay, so he's trying to cooking for you, massaging your feet. Like, he's showing you all the good traits in the first week, okay? This is what they do. This is what this is about here. Okay, this is what they do. They cook for you. They treat you like the fucking princess, the queen, the okay? Let's continue. Let's continue. As an Aquarius, we're not supposed to get along with Scorpio men, but he was a dream come true, the best man that I ever had. He doesn't have children, and I was willing to have a child for him because the way he treated my children. I have two, an 8-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy. 6 weeks into our relationship, he suggested that we move from El Paso, Texas to Austin, Texas. Now, I don't know Texas, but it's a rather distance, she says. It's rather a distance. I was struggling to keep up with bills, and I was so madly in love that I decided to do it, and we all packed and left. This is bad right here. This is very, very bad right here. Okay? 6 weeks. 6 weeks. You don't even know this motherfucker in 6 weeks, let alone 6 months. Okay? So, this right here was some backward asshole ass backward shit. Okay? Now, again, we all do dumb shit. We all... Yeah, he's a complete narcissist. He's a complete narcissist here. Okay? He's a complete narcissist. Right? But it gets better. It gets better. He's a complete narcissist. So, where there, blah, blah, blah. We end up renting a house. Everything seemed fine. He gave me everything I asked for and treated me and my children well. Every time he got paid, he gave me his money to take care of everything, even bought me a car. Okay. Almost 6 months into the relationship, he changed. I felt stressed. I felt like I've been dragged around the floor for years. I have never been disrespected by a man like that in my entire life. Curse her sting. He cussed me about my entire generation that he didn't even know. He cussed me about going to school. He told me that I'll have 3 more baby daddies, called me a black bitch, and the list goes on. So, when I be giving you guys your readings, right? Everybody wants a love story. Everybody wants, please, 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 if somebody fucking left you, they stop speaking to you, please take that as a fucking sign. Please take that as a sign. But this is what she, and I'm not, and nobody deserves this type of treatment, but this is what's to be expected. I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. This shit is ridiculous. You have an 8-year-old child, you have a 10-year-old child. Okay, the kid's father didn't work out. You never had true love or felt love or whatever the fucking case may be, right? And then you decided to take your children with this motherfucker you don't even know, 6 weeks, to go move to God knows where. From El Paso. I live in New York. I could only imagine. So when I looked up the distance, 8 hours is 8 hours. So you just totally just did this fucking Hail Mary, not even knowing if this motherfucker was a serial killer, anything, and put, if you're gonna do that, do it yourself, but don't jeopardize your children's lives. Okay, this is just some asshole ass backward shit. Okay. That I would have 3 more baby daddies, call me a black bitch, and the list goes on. I told him it was over, and he cried and pleaded with me, so I decided to forgive him. This is some low vibrational bullshit. This is some low vibrational, low self-esteem bullshit right here. The moment, first of all, I wouldn't have went in 6 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't have went to no motherfucking move my whole life. But that's what they do. Okay, so let me tell you, it's systematic. What he did was systematic, right? The narcissist shows you the good side. The good side. He already knows what type of motherfucker he is, right? So they show you the good side. They love bomb you. They gaslight you, cook for you, give you the money, blah, 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 right? Seclude you from your family. They take you and they seclude you from your family so you have nobody to run to, right? This is what he was doing here. And so, yeah, right? Hell no, I'm not moving in 6 months. No, she moved with him in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks. She moved there in 6 weeks. Okay? 6 months, it started to go bad. In 6 months, the 6-month period. Okay, so she decided to forgive him. Until one day I asked him for money for gas. That was it. He told me that I was a gold digger using him and that his friends warned him about my type. What did you expect? What the fuck did you expect? He went on to verbally assault me in front of my children, called me a broke bum bitch, and told me the car is under his name and that me and my children can walk. You see, this shit right here pisses me off because, granted, right, I may not know everything, but when I tell you that I've dated quite a few, I dated 3 Scorpio men, and to me, that at that time, they were all low vibrational and deals with the traits. Believe what I'm telling you, I'm not pulling stuff out of my fucking ass, okay? However, everyone has free will to make up their own mind, just like when I do readings, to make up their own mind as to what decision that they're going to do. And you don't have to take my advice. You don't fucking have to listen to me at all. I don't really give a fuck. But when you get in situations like this, then it's like, holy shit, because I'm gonna continue. Let me continue. That they could walk. No matter what I did, it still wasn't enough. No matter how well, no matter how well I treated him, he still complained. He is like a baby, super sensitive. He always wanted to end up under me at all times. I couldn't even take a shower or use the restroom in peace. He was there too. The first time he cursed you the fuck out, you should have left. That's it. It was going to continue. That's what they do. So you have nobody to run to. You can't leave 8 hours away from your family. That's what happens. Okay? That's what happens. Please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Okay, he's very controlling and obsessive. If he cannot control everything, then he whines like a baby and starts an argument. Okay. This is wrapping up. Wow, this is quite long. So we're not gonna read we're not gonna read all this. He was very combative, and I've never met a man that loves drama so much. He argued in the morning and night. I couldn't study or sleep properly. He would wake me up just to argue. He is very judgmental and talks down to everyone around him. No one else knows God but him. His reasoning sounds illiterate and arrogant, and if I correct him, arguments start. He has a split personality, the nice side of him only for so long, and he switches in a split of a second. He has a bad temper, and little did I know he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but hid that from me. I was never aware only until we started living together. You would have been aware of it if you wouldn't have moved with him in 6 fucking weeks and gave yourself time to learn the motherfucker. You would have known about that about him. This is what happens when you rush into things. This is this is what happens when, yeah, this is not a Libra man. Leo men are narcissists too. They are. I feel like all low vibrational men are narcissists. No matter what sign they are narcissists. Okay? They don't like to admit it, but they are. All right? This is terrible, right? Hey, God favors. Sad, she didn't investigate. Yes, Lord, Leo men, in my experience, are the worst. Yeah, I dated one and never again. Okay? But this type of shit right here is distasteful. It turns you off from even dating anyone or getting to know anyone or learning people. The fire truck. Look at that. That's the fucking truth. Okay? But listen to this. Blah, 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 blah. So many things happen that I can't even begin to type. Let's move it on forward to this. She had to call the cops. Okay? She had to call the cops. Happened. I'm still exhausted, recovering from his insane behavior. I had to call the cops on him one night. And I slept in my children's room. I started making immediate plans to move. Worst of all, I had no car. And he moved me away so far that nobody wanted to help, and he blocked me from accessing the account to the money. Okay, so what he did was had total control. Don't you get it? He made it seem like you were in control, but he was in control all that time. That's it. He made you seem like you were in control, but he had control all that time. Period. He got you where he wanted you, to need him, to want him, distant from relatives, to depend on his fucking money. But he made sure that the house was in his name, the car was in his name, and the account was in his name. And he made sure that you had no means, you had no money, you didn't have your own money, so you could be dependent on him. See? So anyway, he also made a police report against me, barring me from entering the property, and because of the incident, we couldn't be around each other. Okay, he also threw out her clothes and shit, and her children's shit. That too. All right. Anyway, this person wants to make her way. She's living with her mom now. She lost everything. All right, she lost everything. Blah, 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 blah. So she's struggling right now. She was able to get a bus back to her mom. Her mom is constantly nagging her as to when she's going to get her own place and her own car, because she's using her mom's car. And she said she should have listened when I was describing the Scorpio man, but they say ignorance is bliss. Okay. The manipulation and the game. Dang, right? Yeah. She did leave. But now she's with her mom. She wants to come. She's planning to come to New York. So she asked me for advice, if I can give her advice as to coming to New York. If you guys were ever wondering of coming to New York, so what are you willing to sacrifice in the name of love? I damn sure not going to do that shit. I damn sure not going to do it. Do you know that she is like, she's not the only one that's going through this right now. There are millions of females going through this shit right now. When does a person have enough? I wouldn't suggest you making any foolish moves like that. I mean, love, I mean, she was madly in love. She never felt love, but that's not love, baby. Not knowing a person is 6 weeks. I mean, some people, I mean, they say, oh, right, in 2 weeks, we fell in love, blah blah blah. That's like one out of a million where you hear stories like it was instant attraction and the person, there wasn't anything wrong with the person, right? But when you have stories like this, okay, um I just felt like it wasn't enough time. And then when you have children, you need to think about your children. 8-year-old and a 10-year-old. Your children don't need to be seeing that man curse you like a stinking fucking dog, throwing your shit out in the fucking street, calling you no bum black bitch and all this fucking bullshit. I wanted to ask if he was a different race, but I didn't ask. Okay, I didn't respond yet to this email. I'm going to send her some links to New York if she wants to move to New York. So if you want to move to New York, well, my suggestion to her is to go to a shelter, to a family shelter with children. If she still have that police report, she could possibly go to a DV shelter out here. Stay in the shelter for like a year and a half. We don't have Section 8 anymore, so she possibly end up with city FEPs. Um, and go through welfare, get a job, get her food stamps and shit. That's her best bet. You know what I mean? The only thing better about New York than Texas, she doesn't need a car. We walk everywhere, and there's public transportation 24 hours here. Um, but this is something here that is ass backwards. Never ever ever fucking do this shit. So if you one of these women that's looking for love, and please, please, please give yourself time to know this motherfucker. Do your research. Do a background check here. He doesn't have children. That's a big question mark too. Like, you should have asked, like, why didn't you have children? What happened to your other relationships? Of course they're gonna lie. Okay, narcissists always make it seem like either it was the other person that did something fucked up to them, or they didn't find the right one, or blah blah blah, nobody appreciates them or what they do. So what they do is love bomb you in the beginning. This is what he did to her in the beginning by cooking the money, and she didn't have to worry. She had total access to the account. Every time he get paid, the money was this and that. Bought her a car. This is what they do. This is exactly what they do. Right? Most narcissistic people have mental health issues, believe it or not. They do. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, whether they're a psychopath, sociopath, schizophrenia, personality disorder, they have a fucking mental problem. Okay? Yeah. Nobody appreciates them, and yeah, have a plan B. You always have to have a plan B. Electric aura. I'm an Aquarius. I got my own place. Been with a Taurus. Stayed with him with a couple of weeks. Meanwhile, we've been together for 6 years and a kid. There you go. There you go. Okay? So 6 years is different compared. 6 years and a child with the person is different compared to 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it in 6 weeks. No way. No way. And even, like I said, and even in 6 months, you don't know a person. Fuck, 6 years, you don't know a person. Because you could be with a person for 6 years, and then next thing you know, it's like you find out something about them, and you're like, taken by surprise. Like, how come I didn't know this? I didn't see the signs. It happens. Some people been with their partner for 20 years and don't know the motherfucker. Yes. A man will have to shit go before I move in with another one. Baby, I am at the point where I love my independence. Okay? Even if I were to move in with, a person that I'm dating, I would still keep my apartment. I would still keep my apartment to fall back on. Okay? Because motherfuckers flip on you in a hot second. Oh, this is my shit. The same thing that he was doing to her. The car, this is my car. Your kids could walk. He has no respect, cursing her out. I mean, that's low, to curse her out in front of her kids. That's low. But he doesn't have children. So what the fuck does he give a fuck? It is not his kids any fucking way. So that's that too. But if you're in a situation like this, get the fuck out. Please get the fuck out. Please love yourself enough to remove yourself. I don't give a fuck if you're broke, because some people is like codependent, or they stay out in a relationship for over convenience. They're scared of the unknown, and listen. I'd rather be broke and homeless than to be dealing with anybody's bullshit. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. That's it. I'll find a way. God, pray on it, and I'll find a way. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit there and have you abuse me and talk down to me, and no. Right, Kilo? Hey, Jane. I'm an Aquarius too. Been married twice, and I'm good. I'm so good. Yeah. I got a crush on a Leo man, but taking it slow. That's what you have to do. Take it slow. Take your fucking time here. Take your fucking time. What's the rush? What's the rush? The red flags show up immediately. Immediately. But who's the one in control of the relationship? You are. You're in control of your life. You direct how shit is gonna go. Period. If the motherfucker want to stay, they stay. If they want to go, let them fucking go. What do you care? Right? But the main thing about it is never, ever depend on somebody else's fucking money. And that was the problem there. This is why in my, years ago, I used to say 50-50, right? People like, oh no, a man's supposed to pay. This is not back in the days anymore, my love. This is not back in the days anymore. Now, you have some men that are old school that wants to pay for everything, but what does that come with? What does that come with? Depending on the man, that comes with verbal abuse, control, possessiveness, jealousy. This is my shit. Yeah, selfishness. What does that come with? A headache. A headache. A headache. That's what it comes with. When you have your own fucking money and you have your own shit, you don't have to put up with anybody fucking shit. A lot of men are these days are saying, oh yeah, women are too independent. Women are too independent. They're mad at women being celibate. They're mad at women choosing themselves. This is why you should choose yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Because she sacrificed everything in the name of love. Now she's fucked up. Back to square one. Mom is like, yo, you got to get the fuck out. And when you going to get your car? You need your own shit. But this is what happens here. This is what happens. Oh, I was struggling. I would have rather been struggling with my kids in their department than to pick up and move in 6 fucking weeks to end up broke and with nothing in 6 fucking months. Not even a year. In 6 fucking months. Leave me, let me struggle. Fuck. I'd rather go through the eviction process, go to court, ask the court for some fucking help. Listen, I need some help paying these fucking bills. You got 2 fucking kids. I don't know how it works in Texas, but in New York, they just can't evict you like that with 2 kids. They have programs that they will help you, get you on, and, housing assistance, and the vouchers, the money to help pay for your fucking rent and shit. Yes. It's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of people, listen. Please do not sacrifice yourself for anybody. If you have children, your children, of course. But for love, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Shit like this is so scary, especially in this economy with everything happening in the world now. Exactly. Hey, good afternoon, Sandra. Hey, Shaylin. Exactly. Right? So, if a man wants, because they say, oh yeah, men say, oh yeah, women think that men know what, women talk like they know what men like or what men want. Right? Okay. Let me tell you this, ladies, right? This is not back in the days anymore. I'm sorry to say, but this is not back in the days when man court a woman and take her on dates and pay for all the bills and the woman is the housewife. It's very rare. It's very, very rare in these days that you have that. Okay? That you have that. A real man wants to be a provider. Okay. Yes. Real men don't like overly independent women. No, they respect them. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because no man wants a woman that can't survive on her own. Men like strong women. I'm telling you right now. They like strong minded women. That's how they build with women. If a woman has their own money, even better. If she has education, even better. If she has her own shit, even better. Why? Because if something happens to him, that bitch is gonna have his fucking back. Period. Period. Men and women are both the same, just different genders. Ego and pride. That's what it's called. Ego and pride, because women do the same fuck shit, right? Worst thing you could do is give your power away and it blow up in your face. Hard to forget. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. If a man, hey, what's up, St. Marquise? If a man doesn't respect you as an individual and what you bring to the table, right? Because women, let me tell you something. Women be like, oh yeah, what am I bringing to the table? Myself. That doesn't fly. That doesn't fly. Do you think that your beauty and your sexiness and your good sex and your poom poom is gonna keep a man around? No, he not looking for that. He'd rather deal with an average looking bitch that is a ride and die and got her shit together than to deal with a sexy bitch that it works both ways. Women too. It works both ways. Say that again. My dad and my granddad were those men who were providers. Not now. I was raised to always have my own, and I taught my kids the same thing. Right. A real man is not looking for your money. He just want to know. He just want to know where your head is at and where you're coming from. That's it. Now you have some men that are gold diggers. Again, men do the same thing as women. You have the men out here that are gold diggers. You have the homosexuals. You have the DL men. I mean, these days and times is way different from back in the days, guys. So, I mean, you can't expect a man to be, again, it's very rare, but you can't expect a man to like want to pull in all the weights by himself. Now, if you want a man like that, I mean, it's like a needle in a haystack. I mean, it's like a needle in a haystack. I'm just letting you know right now. It's a needle in a haystack. And again, most ambitious men want an ambitious woman. Not that they don't mind paying the bills as long as you're doing something with your fucking life. They don't want a stay-at-home. Some men don't want a stay-at-home wife anymore. Some men don't even want fucking kids these days because of the economy. Okay? Some women don't want children as well. I'm just saying, this shit right here, I don't mind the 50-50. You could do 50-50. But this shit right here, what she did, I don't suggest anybody doing. Ever. 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 Okay? Now, there's some men, when I go and I watch certain videos and I see women getting evicted and there's a grown ass man in the apartment with them, that's a total turnoff. That's a turnoff there. What are you doing taking care of this grown man and the grown man asking you, oh, you didn't pay the bill? Well, you would have known if the bill was paid if you were paying the bill, right? I'm sorry. I'm not having no grown ass man lay up with me. So again, men think the same way as women. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we think the same way. We think the same fucking way. I'm a Taurus and date an Aquarius. He keeps me on my game. I'm leveling it up. Aquarius don't play, and I love and need that. We both building our own empires. He pays the bills. I pay my own expenses. There we go. There we go. Hey, Kalanda Brown. Good morning, my love. Good morning. There we go. All right. I don't think I'm ever going to be in a relationship again. Okay? Well, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I mean, I don't know who I'm going to meet in my future, but I'm focused on work and my finances, okay, and building something for myself. And I always tell you guys this, and this is why I tell you guys this, because people feel like they need somebody to be happy. You don't need no fucking body to be happy. I'm not sacrificing losing everything in the name of love. I'm sorry, love is just a fucking word. Okay? It's just a fucking word. It's just a fucking word. And I'm an Aquarius. Okay? Been there, done that. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Learn my lesson. Not doing it again. Not doing it again. Not doing it again. Okay? Yes. You have these men now that's inviting women to dinner, right? Oh, we're going to split the bill. I don't want to date like that. If you invite me out to dinner, you paying that fucking bill, not me. Okay? Or how about a man eating in front of his date? These are this shit. This is the shit that you're going to get these days. So best bet, stay by yourself. Okay? These men are the women. You got that. That's so true. I'm happy and single, and I do what I want. Been married and divorced, and not trying to lose my mind, and not trying to lose yourself. Truth be told, tarot, facts. It's never been that serious for me to sacrifice my livelihood. I'm not doing that fuck shit. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it. Right now, and I bet you any amount of money, right now, do you know how many people are deep down unhappy and sad, but staying in a relationship because out of convenience, because they need a roof over their head, so they're taking the fucking abuse, and or you know how many people are doing this right now, or they don't, you know, the money and the kids, they're doing it, sacrificing their own happiness because they're this economy, they scared of going broke, they're scared of going homeless here, blah blah blah. I'd rather go fucking broke than to be miserable, than to be in a miserable relationship here that I can't stand your fucking guts. Okay? I have a friend like this, just staying for a lifestyle and the image. This is what I'm saying. And then you got to force yourself to have sex. You're not even attracted to the motherfucker. Some people are not even attracted to their partner, but because the partner is sustaining their lifestyle, they deal with it. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not. They looking for a sugar mama. That yeah. I'm an Aries. I could be alone for the rest of my life as long as I have Jesus Christ. I don't need nobody. Same here. They're trying to make you crazy in a mental institution. That's what they do. Yes. So, it is terrible. It is terrible. So, yeah. My other morning motivation, I'm going to do a general message, but I just need to say this today because it irritates my fucking soul that I have numerous of videos talking about these men. They have videos on YouTube talking about the narcissists. I mean, people talk about it all the fucking time. And we still make these stupid ass fucking mistakes. It's not a fucking mistake. No. It's not a mistake. I'm sorry, it's not a mistake. No. That's not a mistake here. Packing up with your kids and moving with a man in 6 weeks, that's not a motherfucking mistake. Now, hell no. What can we call this? What can we call this? What can we call this? Let's see. I don't know. That's just some ass backwards, asshole kind of shit here. Okay? Yes. Motherfuckers don't love you. Motherfuckers don't love you. The motherfuckers don't even know what the word love is. Motherfuckers just looking for a place to stay. Yes. An easy fix. Yes. There you go, January Capricorn. It's called stupidity. You're right. It's called stupidity. And I'm a fucking Aquarius. And I ain't gonna do that shit. Now, maybe when I was a teenager, I'll more than likely do that shit early 20s and shit like that. But I ain't doing that shit. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Let me tell you something. These men, well, some men, well, most men expect a lot from a woman. They expect a lot from a woman, especially the narcissistic ones, the low vibrational ones, the ones that don't bring anything to the table expect the most. Do you know that? They're the ones that expect the most out of the relationship. The ones that don't bring shit to the fucking table. They want you to cook. They want you to clean. They want you to be a porn star. They want you to be the doctor. They want you to be the nurse, whatever, psychologist, the teacher, while they don't bring shit to the fucking table. And guess what? Some women out here are still doing this fuck shit, right? And when they suck you fucking dry, then they go on to the next. When they exhausted all their resources, then they go on to the next. The fucking nerve. That's what the fuck they do. Okay? It's never enough. It's never enough. And then you have these stupid ass females that's having kids by them to keep the motherfucker. A child don't keep a motherfucker. A child doesn't keep a motherfucker. You think that he's gonna stop his bullshit because you had a baby? That don't stop the fucking show. That's some asshole shit. That's some asshole thinking right there. Straight up stupidity and ignorance right there. I'm sorry. Okay? Let me tell you something. These low vibrational women, and this is low vibrational here, what she did. This is low vibrational. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When you have children, your mindset have to change, my love. You're not single like a single woman that could do whatever that you want. I mean, if you were a single woman and then you decided to go away with him in 6 weeks, that's fine. I mean, that's your shit. But when you involve your kids with this shit, now that's another level of stupidity. Got what I'm saying? That's a fucking totally another level here. All right? A kid make them run away faster. Right. Right. Now, depending on what situation that you're in, right? A man is cheating. Say, for instance, man is cheating, right? You live together. Some of them is fucking married, right? A woman feel like, oh, my man is cheating, especially a low vibrational female when the attention is not on her anymore, blah, 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 and he's seeking elsewhere. Trust and believe me, he doesn't love you. The moment that he cheats on you, he didn't love you to begin with. He doesn't love you anymore. I'm sorry to say that. So, oh yeah, I'm going to have a baby to keep him. Why? Because some women are codependent too. It's toxic. It's unhealthy attachments, right? Oh yeah, I'm going to have a baby to keep this motherfucker. To keep this marriage. I didn't get married to get a divorce. This is how some people think, right? So they keep the fucking baby, not understanding that the problem existed way before. It was a problem. The problem was brewing way fucking before. Way before. So here goes another baby. And guess what? The problem become worse. Why? Because this is another fucking bill. Another mouth to feed. Another fucking bill. Blah, 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 blah. People don't think like this. They think with their fucking emotions. And that's what the fuck she did. She let love supersede her fucking intelligence. See? And lost it all. Sacrifice in the name of fucking love. And lost it all. And this is what these motherfuckers do. Men and women are alike in so many fucking ways. Are alike in so many fucking ways. I know one woman. She has 6 fucking kids. The man still went out there and cheated on her and had kids by other women. And every time he get another woman pregnant, she get pregnant too. This world is fucked up. So if you're looking for anything genuine these days, guys, or real these days, or it's very rare, babes. It's very rare, okay? 1 in a fucking million or trillion or billion. 1. Raising children in a broken home isn't an option. No, it's not. Women, be established for yourself before love. Thank you. That's insane, right? That's insane. He's playing house over there, playing house over here. Damn. Is the shortage of men that fucking real these days? The shortage of men? You know? That you guys are sharing and having pregnant by each other, pregnant at the same time? That's stupid shit. That's dumb shit. Right? I know someone like that too. My sister and I take care of her kids. She has 6 and her baby daddy has damn near 20. See what I'm saying? You see what the fuck I'm saying? And then there's all these diseases going around. Fuck the babies. You're not thinking about your health? If he's fucking this bitch raw and this bitch raw and having kids by them, you're not concerned what he's going to give you about your health? You're too busy competing to... Since when pregnancies and having children became a fucking sport? This is a fucking sport. Why? Because it's competitive. It's competition. Since when? Let's see who has the most kids and who's... He don't give a fuck about you and those fucking kids. They're your responsibility. That's how he feels. There's your responsibility. Period. Period. It's disgusting. That's a painful ass sport. It's disgusting. Okay? That motherfucker doesn't care. As long as he's getting his DICK wet, he don't give a fuck about you or those children. Okay? And I'm sorry to say it, but you're just a cum bucket for him. You're just a fucking cum bucket. Someone that he can release in whenever he feel like it. If you get pregnant, so be it. I don't care. Reckless. That's called reckless. New here. Do you do personal readings? I do. Quint Howard. Hey, Shauna. Shauna, I'm going to be doing your reading today. After this live, I'm going to be doing your reading today, Shauna. Yes. And guess what happens? Right? When you finally snap out of this fucking bubble that you were in all this time, and reality hits you, right? And reality hits, you know, the reality is going to hit when you hit rock bottom. That's when reality hits. And sometimes even when you hit rock bottom, it still doesn't fucking sink in. It still doesn't fucking sink in. Exactly. I ran into so many guys that were concerned about pregnancy, not diseases. They don't care about their health, so they definitely don't care about a woman's health. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Okay? They don't give a fuck. Hey, January, you do not have to be sorry for telling the truth that many refuse to accept and ignore. This is what I'm saying. You know, a lot of people, they got upset with me because I believe in getting you know, getting abortion. I believe in abortions. I do. Okay? People be like, "Oh, have the baby and adopt it, put it up for adoption. Some people died during childbirth. Okay, you don't people died. My cousin died during childbirth. She was in the newspaper and everything. She died giving birth. So her daughter grew up without a mom. Okay, my aunt is raising her daughter. But for what? So that child could be miserable in this fucking world. You know. Now people may disagree. People may say, "Oh, that people gonna say, oh, that's a sin." That it's your body. It's your fucking life. Yes. You know, things happen unplanned. Sometimes things happen where people get assaulted and end up that way. So what they supposed to do? Keep the child that somebody... No. I believe in abortions. Okay? You do too, right? Rock bottom can be a blessing or a curse if you don't learn the lesson. Exactly. Some people never learn the lesson. Some people continue to spiral out of control. And then they pick up new habits. Drinking, smoking weed. Yeah. You know, they just give up on life. They just stay in the belly of the beast, in this fucking abyss. They just keep going down, 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 down. You know? Have you ever seen a person that you haven't seen in years, right? And they were a very good looking person back in the days, and then when you see them, it's like, wow, what happened to you? Life. You choose which direction you want to go in. Free will. You choose. Just like she had free will. But now, it's like, this is her karma. This was a karmic debt, karmic soul contract that she had with someone, but she was thinking with her ass, not with her head, with her fucking head. Okay? So, right now, she's fucked up. She lost everything. She's fucked up right here. Right? Whose fault is that? And that's another thing. A lot of people don't like to accept accountability and responsibilities for their fucking actions. They don't. You know? They don't. It's always somebody else's fault and blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. I'm tired of it. Addictions that wears on their soul. Exactly. Okay? Sleeping around with Tom, Dick, and Harry, not giving a fuck here. Sleeping raw dog, not wearing condoms, not a care in the fucking world. Not a care in the world. Okay? Yes. The devil come with a smile on their face too. And you got to be careful with who you sleep with these days, because they carry shit on them. You don't know where they, you know, people been around and then some. Yes. You know? It is terrible. It is terrible. I don't know how many of you guys were on my live when I met this woman. I was at the hospital when my daughter-in-law was giving birth, and I stepped outside to vape. And she was talking about a man that she was with for 20-something years. You was with that man. He was never with you. Oh, he got married on me. He got married with his friend, with his friend's sister, or some fuck shit like this. You were just a placement holder. Period. That's it. Again, asshole shit. 64 years old. What she said she was? 64, 60 something years old. I know she was in her 60s. As a matter of fact, her birthday's this month. Yes. $20-something years. He went off and got married to... Why? Because you were never the one. The red flags was there from the beginning. You just was decided to ignore the red flags because you had a man. Everything is like, oh yeah, at least I got a man, or at least I got... That don't mean shit. That don't mean shit. Okay? Life will beat you down to the ground if you let it. I'm telling you. And even worse, when you put your life in somebody else's hands, like she did. Like the story I just read you, the email, like she did. Trusting in this motherfucker. Tell you guys all the time, don't trust people. Period. Period. So I'm not doing this in my 60s. Having a man take me for a ride for 20 something years. You didn't know that he was playing you for 20 something years? Come on. You can't be that much of a fucking idiot. You can't be that much of a jackass. And then all of a sudden he wake up one day and just decide to marry somebody else. Are you that fucking stupid? Are you that dumb? That 64-year-old is hard-headed. Delusional. There you go. Pygmisha. There you go. That's exactly what that was. Exactly what that was. Worst of all, they work at the same job. They work at the same fucking job. Oh, I bump into him in the cafeteria. I'll be seeing him in the... Listen, man. You got to learn when to lay your hat down and say, okay, I got played. Okay? You shouldn't have let it get that far, though. You shouldn't have let it went that far. Okay? Yeah, they work at the same fucking job. Now, mind you, me and my kid's dad work at the same job, but we worked in different departments, so we wasn't bumping into each other like that. Okay? And even after we broke up, there's no need for us to be, me to be bumping it. No, it's over. But that's the ego. That's why I said women have pride and ego too. That's her ego fucking with her. Because how dare he leave me and marry somebody else? Oh shit. Count your blessings that he didn't marry you. Because if he took you for a ride, imagine what he's doing to his wife. People don't look at the blessing behind the fucking shit. That's a blessing, man. That's a fucking blessing. Because if you think you had it bad with him and he did that shit, can you imagine what he's doing with her? I don't give a fuck if he's showcasing her and going to the nail salon and blah, 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 and this and that and third. That's just a front. Don't believe the hype. It's a front. They pretend to be happy. They're not fucking happy. They just want to throw pie in your face. Like, oh yeah, look at my new one. Look at my new one. It's like all about a trophy. This is like a trophy shit. Corny, dumb shit. Too old for the bullshit. Hey, what's up, Jay? She dodged a bullet. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. It's all a fucking show. If a person left you for somebody else, right? And they're taking pictures, they live together. Trust and believe me, if you know the motherfucker, they're not as happy as they make it seem. Okay? It's all a front. You know? Because they still bitter about the breakup. They still bitter of what happened or whatever. Or they want you to feel some kind of way. They want to feel superior. Like they could get whoever they want. You was a shit, blah, blah, blah. Something happened there why he just, you know. But he didn't, let me tell you something. He didn't like her from the beginning. And I'm going to tell you what that is about. I'm going to tell you what that's about right there. He didn't like her from the beginning. That older woman at the hospital. This one too. He didn't love her. He didn't like her from the beginning. Hold on. Sorry guys, hold on, I'm making something. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. um, you missed these lives. Hey, Betty Boo. Exactly. Them motherfuckers don't change just because they're married. They do not change. They do not. Okay, so you see this woman that said that she was with him for 20 something years, then he turned around and married somebody else. He never liked that bitch from the beginning. Okay? He saw her as an easy target. If you guys watched that video when I was at the hospital, she talks a lot. She talks way too much and gives away way too much information about herself, and she brags a lot about her money, what she could buy for herself, and blah 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 blah. Easy target. Easy target. You know, you don't think men listen just like women? That's why I said listening is key. You don't think they listen? Of course they listen. You know? You don't think that a man knows when you're insecure? Of course he does. You're easy target. He doesn't like you, but you're resourceful. It's just resources. I could benefit from this motherfucker. I could use this bitch and take her for a ride until I find the one. So placement holder. Now, is his wife the one? Maybe. Maybe. That's why he married her, maybe. Or, you know, maybe there's something going on with that wife too, that she has money. Blah, 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 blah. It could be different things why he married her. But just believe me, he never liked you from the beginning, and he had no intentions on continuing a relationship because he was always searching. He was still looking. It's happening. Let me tell you something. And that they weren't married, but people who are married are still looking too. Don't get it fucked up. They're married, and some people are married and they're like, oh my goodness, what the fuck did I do here? I need to get out. So you have the ones that's married that's still looking for their the one or a partner or whatever. And then you have the ones that's not married, that's in a relationship, that is still looking. They don't like your fucking ass. Period. They don't like you. Okay? Yes. A man shows you how much he likes you by how he produces. Period. Period. How he produces. Now this shit right here, this is a example of love bombing. Okay? This is an example of love bombing. You have to get to know a motherfucker. All right? Don't ever let anyone lead the way. And that's what he did. He set her up for the trap. Oh, let's move over here. 8 hours away from her hometown, her family. Oh yeah, let's get the house. Here's where she fucked up. She allowed him to control all areas. Oh yeah, give you access to my bank account. Right? Oh, I love your children so much. Bullshit. Bullshit. The isolation is real. Yes. The isolation is real. So, yes, they say, oh yes, a man should lead. Right? A man should lead. Let me tell you something. If my name is not on the deeds to the house, and we don't have, my name is not attached to the account, we don't have shit to talk about. We don't have anything to talk about. And I'm not getting a joint account with your fucking ass either. My money is my money. Period. Your money is your money. My money is my money. You don't need to know how much is in my fucking account. That's too much. And this is what I'm saying. People give a little bit too. People are so fucking naive and gullible. Some people, it's ridiculous. Okay? Hey. What's the reflection on your glasses, Tosh? You look like from space or something. That's the camera holder. That's the light. Yes. I learned the hard way. I think we all learned the hard way. The scriptures tell you how men and women should build their lives. You see, these women does not know how to live. I'm assuming that you're a man. I'm assuming that you're a man. That why you said that women doesn't know how to live. It goes both ways. It breaks even both ways. Okay? It breaks even both ways. Because some men don't know how to fucking live either. They're too busy, codependent, and living off of another fucking person's pocket. You know? Mommy issues, didn't grow up, still stuck on the titty, expecting people to take care of them, don't have a backbone, can't live on their own, can't survive here, need somebody to think for them. Let's be for real. Or living off their mama. Thank you, Betty Boo. Let's be for fucking real. Okay? It all boils down to women not knowing their worth and not having any self-love. Period. Period. Exactly, just CC. Not forced to watch it. But it's always the women. You know, that kind of statement right there goes to show you how much men hate women. That's a statement that a man that hates a woman. That statement right there. That's what I'm saying. You gotta just pay attention to motherfuckers, and you will know exactly where they're coming from. Period. As soon as he said that about women, that's a motherfucker that don't like women. You understand? So it's like, you know, when are you guys gonna get it? When are you guys gonna get it? Just you know, sit back and relax, make your money, focus on school, focusing on bettering yourself and shit like that. Look at this. Yes, it does. None of us can without God. No, sister, you don't know what you are talking about. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. What does God have to do with common sense? God is the one that provides lessons, but it's our life. God also provided free will for us to think for oneself. So where does God come in the equation? Okay? I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. It's called experience. Experience builds wisdom. Been there, done that. Okay? I have grown fucking kids. Even a grandmother. So don't tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? Yes. Listen to these men and watch them. Don't put too much stock into them. Love yourself first. Thank you. Thank you, right? Amen. Thank you. You know? So what? So what? So when you're going to make a decision, right? When you have to make a decision, right? Some people pray for God for an answer, but who makes the decision at the end of the day? You do. You make the decision. That's why God gave us discernment. A lot of people don't use discernment. That's why you have to pray for discernment and wisdom. What happens? Motherfuckers don't learn. Or they don't listen to their intuitions. Or they just do some fucking asshole shit. Period. You can't blame God for that. That's your fucking ass. You can't include God with that, with free will, because you decided no. No. My mama did not raise no fool. Neither me. Neither me. You know? Neither me. Frank still on here? Yeah. This conversation is not about religion. It's basically about loving yourself in general. The example used today just happens to be on a specific female and her not using common sense. Exactly. Exactly. That's some asshole shit. That's just straight up stupidity. Yeah. So, I'm sorry guys. Please, if you guys are waiting for someone and still fixated on love or being loved, love yourself first. Love yourself first. Nobody is going to take care of you and love you better than yourself. Believe that. Okay? So, you know, all these people want these days is sex. They're not bringing anything to the table. They just want sex. Why are women more easily manipulated? Men seem to use women a lot more often. You think Frank may be a pastor? Okay, well, that's good for him. Go preach somewhere else. Okay? Why are women more easily manipulated? Why? Because people are conditioned, especially women. So women are taught, well, depending on how they were raised, that they're supposed to take care of the kids, they're supposed to get married, they're supposed to be the housekeepers and the cook and the clean and the blah 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 blah. That's how some females were raised, depending on what kind of upbringing. Or some other females were raised like, okay, well, you rely on the man, you dress a certain way and blah 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 blah, and the man's supposed to pay for everything. It's all about conditioning. This is what I'm saying. It's all about conditioning. Okay? But you are the one that is in control of your mind. You are. You are the one that needs to break out of the systematic fucking brainwashing shit and have a mind of your fucking own. However, that doesn't happen. We have to go through our own lessons in life to learn. Some people don't learn. They keep repeating the fucking cycles here. And that's a sad situation. I can't even sit down and have a decent conversation with people these days because they're so fucking closed-minded. And so I don't speak to people at all. Okay? People are very lustful and greedy. This is what I'm saying. It's been like this for centuries. It's been like this for centuries. Yes, women are conditioned to please men only and not themselves, including religion. That's just what I'm saying. But it's up to the woman to take control of her mind, right? And to be in control of herself. You know why men don't like women these days? Is because most women are reclaiming their independence. They don't want the marriage anymore. The women who woke up, the women who are waking up, they don't want the marriage, they don't want the children, they don't want the shit. They just throwing the whole fucking man away. The whole relationship, the whole fucking man, just I don't even want it. I don't even want to have sex. So the men are resentful towards the woman now. They're resentful towards us. You pay for your own meal. You pay for your own bills, being as though you're independent and you got it all together. This is what they're doing. Okay? They talking shit. They're going online talking shit about us as well. Oh yeah, this celibate shit. Oh, she was a slut back in the days and now she's celibate. Exactly. That's how it works. Stupid. Oh, but a man could sleep with 100 women, but he's not considered a slut or a hoe or even a bitch, because that's some bitch hoe shit too. A man sleeping around with different women and blah blah blah. You see, it's programming. It's called programming. So a woman does it. She's all the names that you could think of: a slut, a hoe, a prostitute, stinking ass bitch, this and that and the third. A man do it. He's the man. he's the man, he's the Mac, he's the pimp, he's the player, he's the you understand what I'm saying? It's double standards. It's double standards. That's what I'm saying. A man cheat, cheat. You have a woman, forgive. Depending on type of woman that the man has. As soon as that woman cheat, oh my goodness, that man is the end of the fucking world. How could you give my thing away? Oh my goodness. They act like they're gonna die, this and that. But when you were doing it to the fucking woman, you didn't give a fuck. But now that it's done to you, it's the end of the fucking world and she's all type of bitch and this and that and the third, blah, 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 blah. How does that work? It's all over. How does that work? How does that work? Okay? Yes. Everybody has to encounter heartbreak some fucking day. Some fucking day. Everybody has to learn their lessons some fucking day. You know? Now you know how she felt. However, the difference between a man and a woman is when a woman cheats, it's a wrap. It's over. She don't want your fucking ass anymore. So yeah, so that's a wrap. She ain't gonna be, that's it. She's gone. Her heart is gone. Her mental, everything is gone for you. She don't want your ass anymore. Okay? Men, the concept of love for men is, oh, I show up, so I love you. I show up. That's not fucking love. That's not fucking love. You know? But believe me when I tell you this. Believe me when I tell you, when a person cheats, they don't give a fuck about you. Okay? They don't give a fuck about your feelings. That's a selfish motherfucker that only cares about themselves. You know how? You know why I know? Because he don't give a fuck how he makes you feel. Period. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so guilty for cheating on my wife or cheating on this person. So then why the fuck you do it? That don't make any damn sense. That's contradicting you. That's totally contradicting what you're doing. You feel guilty, but you're still fucking. Make that make sense. You wouldn't have done it to begin with. Men want their cake and eat it some more. They always do. Facts. I ain't sticking around when I cross that line. I'm not. Men cheat, then say, but I still love you. That's what I'm trying to tell you right there. That ain't love. That ain't love. That ain't love. Only an asshole would believe that shit. Hold on, guys. You're absolutely right. And this is why I have a one cheat rule. You cheat on me, you out of here. Period. There's no, I'm sorry, I love you. No. It's over. Okay? It's over. I don't give a fuck how long we've been together and how much. I don't give a fuck. You're out of here. That's called manipulation. Right. That's manipulation right there. That's manipulation, and that's what the fuck they do, right? But then some of them, they try to flip the script and make it seem like, oh, well, if you were doing this, maybe I wouldn't have done this. They try to do like that, you know. They try to flip it as to you weren't doing your part or you weren't measured. So why the fuck are you here? So why the fuck are you with me? Why are you with me? If I'm not measuring up and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, so then fucking leave. You could have just said, listen, this is not working out. We're not compatible. and this is that and the third, and then you could be single and I could be single and you could do what the fuck you want. Why cheat? That don't make any fucking sense. You know? It's the asshole backward shit. Yes. You cheat on me one time, I'm done too. Truth be told, I'm done too. I'm not giving you a chance to cheat on me. No. There's nothing to talk about. Obviously, I wasn't good enough for you. But you know what it is? They have in their little mind that, oh yes, I could get away with it. It's like they get some type of they get off by doing this shit. I forgot what it's called, but it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't know. I forgot what it's called, but it's like they get something like, oh yeah, until I get caught. It's like exciting. They get excitement out of it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sneak around. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that until I get caught. That's how they see it, right? Because the relationship is just fucking boring. Oh, I'm bored in this relationship. I need some type of fucking excitement. I need something that challenges me, and that's why they do it. Some of them, but believe me, they do it because they don't give two shits about you. Okay? The thrill. There you go. What do you think will happen in the future with more women and men just staying single and not having families? It's going to be strange. Well, I tell you this much, it's going to be, the population is going to decrease. Less children, less babies, less children, and that's good. Children don't need to be born in this fucking world. That's how I feel. Oh my God, you speak. They run the same lame ass games on every woman. They are slow stopping, letting them play in your face. Yeah. Dumb fuck shit. Dumb shit. Okay? But again, like the saying goes, every dog has his day, right? Every dog has its day. So then they fucking around, and then they meet a person that knows the game, right? They know the game very well. They know where you're coming from or whatever. They're going to play that game with you. They're going to run that game with you. It's not about feelings. It's about teaching you a fucking lesson. Because people who are still playing the game and accustomed to the game, they keep their options open. Okay? They keep their options open. Call it a rebound, call it a fallback. I don't give a fuck what you call it. But that's people that play the game. Because women could be players too. However, women play the game better than men. I tell you that much. The women who play, who knows how to play the game better than men. Because all that time, they feeding the man, they pumping the man head up with bullshit and making him feel like he's the only man in the world. But then the bitch have her other ones too. That she's making them feel like that too. Right. So that player is gonna get exactly what the fuck he's looking for. That's where, again, so if the girlfriend, the wife, or nobody has broken their heart before and they were playing, they're gonna run into that one fucking bitch that they're never gonna forget about in their entire fucking life. That one bitch. Every woman and every man has a person that they can't forget about. Even if they're in another relationship, they still reflect on one person. One person, maybe two, but one person, like, yeah, that motherfucker right there, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Hey, Tim Vanderlit, what female star signs do you think can master the best game? It doesn't have anything to do with a star sign. It has everything to do with experience. Heartbreak. It starts with heartbreak. Then it starts with rebellion. Rebellious. The rebellious spirit. It's different stages to this motherfucker. Okay? I don't know, Tim. I'm not talking about moving to another city. Yes. Okay? It doesn't depend on the sign. It all boils down to experience. Learning lessons and how well you learn the lesson and apply it to your life here. Wisdom, knowledge. Yes. Sometimes you got to repeat cycles over and over again to really fully grasp the lesson. The lesson all boils down to healing. It pushes you into spiritual awakening, healing, and self-love. Okay? That is the key. They're more likely to experience things and be rebellious. Exactly. Because once a person is heartbroken, right? You know, pain is from the mind, but you don't really know that when you were younger. You don't really know about pain and the mind and controlling. You don't know these things. So your first heartbreak is going to be very painful, right? Very painful, and crying and blah blah blah, and yeah, right? And then the phase comes when you get through the heartbreak, right? And then you go through a phase of anger, like, how could I allow this to happen to me, this motherfucker, blah 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 blah. And then comes rebellion, like, oh yeah, like, fuck love, and every time everybody that I meet, because hurt people, right? That's the statement. Hurt people. So then rebellion kicks in, okay? And then the don't give a fuck attitude. That's a don't give a fuck attitude. So that's what happens, okay? Until you meet the match again. You meet your match again. All right? So it's just a cycle. It's just a cycle here. You remember your first heartbreak? I couldn't even get up off the bed. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Okay? However, when you go through these cycles, and when you pass it, right? With flying colors, boom, 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 right? You're going to look at yourself and you're going to be mad at yourself like, damn, I was a fucking jackass, You start talking to yourself, right? Like, damn, I was so fucking stupid. How stupid can I be? Stupid, crying over that stupid motherfucker, blah, 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 right? So you go through these, you go through these, these steps, these steps. Yes. Okay. Especially when you sacrifice a lot for a person, or sacrifice a lot for a relationship and lost yourself in the relationship. That too. So it could send you into a deep period of darkness and isolation. And that's when the healing begins. And you say, no more. No more. I don't want this anymore. So celibacy, for the women who are celibate out there, that came with that. That came with those challenges, possibly children, men using them, and this and that and a third. So these men, they like to see it as the woman was tossing her shit around, her cat around, giving it to everyone, blah blah blah. But that's how people learn. Just like how you men sling dick, right? That's how, I'm just saying, everybody learns on different levels. So it's going to take a few times, especially if a person grew up in a dysfunctional family, toxic ass family. How the fuck they going to know? How are they going to know? Sadly, most people are still unawakened these days. They still fucking sleepwalking. Okay? What gets me, it's the disappointment. Exactly, facts, Taj. Waves of emotions. Right. No matter who's in my life or not, I always have me. I have to take care of me. Also, celibacy has helped me a lot. So this week, morning motivation is about not sacrificing yourself. Putting yourself first. This is all about self-love. And I want you to remember this, guys, for the rest of the fucking years on out. This rest of the year is all about self-love, putting yourself first, and not making stupid asshole mistakes like this. Because it's still happening, guys. It's still happening. Now, whether you want to listen to me or not, I don't really give a fuck. It's your life, free will. But I'm sorry. I thank God. I thank God that I didn't end up with any diseases or anything like that. I thank God. Okay? Yes. Yes, I opened a business through celibacy. I'm more focused. This is what I'm saying. So you become more focused. But why men are pissed, excuse me, because women, you have more control than you will ever know. Women, you have more control than you would ever know. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this. A lot of women don't know their power. Period. Men love control. Men love to have control. The reason why men, well, little boys, give up on strong-minded women is because they can't control them. That's a narcissistic kind of person. They're a broken individual seeking another broken individual so they could walk all over them like a fucking doormat and do what the fuck they want. A man doesn't get PUSSY from you. If he doesn't get, you know, well, you know, this is gonna be knocked anyway because I already said DICK. But if he doesn't get poom poom from you, right? He's gonna go seek it elsewhere. And believe me, if you thought that you were only the only female he was dating at the time, he already has somebody on the side. These are the players. He already has somebody else on the side. Again, it's very rare that you meet somebody here that wants to, like, this is like, you know, one in a million, that he's ready to, like, let's do this, let's build something, blah 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 blah, because there's too many broken individuals out here. There are too many broken individuals. So basically, this Aquarius woman with this Scorpio man that emailed me, she's broken, he's broken, she was broken down by life, had 2 kids, didn't know her self-worth, right? Here we go. There's a man that's finally spending on her. He's finally spending some type of money and doing this shit for her and blah 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 blah. And that's not fucking love. That's not fucking love. That's not love. It's a tactic. It's a tactic because everybody has a fucking motive. She just didn't figure out what his motive was. She just jumped in head first without thinking. She'd even look if there's water in the fucking pool before fucking jumping in. Don't extend yourself for anyone. No, fuck no. What about making children? Isn't that also a lesson? Not to do so if you're mad as fuck at them? Exactly. No, listen, and I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I don't give a fuck. I have children. I have 4. I have a grandson. You know, well, I'm blessed. People would say, oh, Tasha, you're so blessed and stuff like that, you know, blah, 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 because you're a grandma now. No, I'm not. Because if I could turn, well, yes, I could say that. I'm happy for my grandson, but if I could turn back time, I wouldn't have had any children. Yes, I love my kids, but I wouldn't have had any kids. I wouldn't have. Now, I don't know how far I would be in life. Maybe I would, I don't know. Maybe I had kids for a reason, you know, to be here now. Maybe if I didn't have kids, maybe my life would have been out of control and I could have been some fucking alcoholic, drug addict, or some fuck shit out there. So I don't know. However, I say this because of the system that we live in. It's fucked up, you know. Children are beautiful, yes. But this world is fucked up. And quite frankly, people are barely making rent. Children is another mouth to feed. So I'd rather struggle by myself than to struggle with children. It's not their fucking fault. It's not their problem. You know? So why would I want to, you know, and thank God I'm not struggling, but I did struggle with my fucking kids. I did. I wouldn't wish that on anybody to struggle like that. You know? People are struggling now. What are we going to eat? Whatever. You know, they're having to decide between food, light, rent. Children need a pair of shoes. Worse, children. Children need clothes. They're growing out their clothes. They're growing out their shoes. You know? Yeah. But the thing about it, oh, that's another thing. Materialism. Materialism. We go by what we see, right? Because usually people are visual, visionary. They see that, oh wow. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. What I learned throughout the years. A person who has money doesn't showcase. A person who's broke showcase all the time. A broke motherfucker is wearing the jewelry, they driving the car is possibly in somebody else's fucking name. 9 times out of 10, they don't have their own place. They're living with someone. Or if they have their own place, they don't have no fucking furniture in there. Right? It's all for show. Right? And I tell you this. Why? Why do broke people showcase? Broke people showcase because they didn't come from shit. They didn't have anything growing up, so they feel like cars, the jewelry, the fancy clothes is what make a person. That's not what makes a person, man. It's how you think and where you go in life. You see, people who have money, they don't want anybody to know that they have money. So they maintain a low profile. They dress regular. You know? You may think that they're regular, but they're not. They have money in their account. They have a roof over their head. Yeah. Some of them don't even drive a car. Why? Because they're conscious of how they spend money, especially in New York. Especially in New York. You know how many people that have money ride the train and the bus? That's just another expense. That's how they feel. That's just a waste of money. Because people who have money are conscious about money. See? They move in silence. Exactly. They move in silence. So, don't let the fucking looks fool you. Just because a nigga is wearing chains and this, now, if he's not a famous fucking rapper or some type of celebrity, that motherfucker is broke. 9 times out of 10, he broke. Okay? Or he don't come from an affluential family, they're broke. Follow your intuition, not ego or wealth. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Men do it too. They see a woman, they say, oh yeah, that bitch got her shit together, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, right? Here's where here's where some men fuck up, right? They see somebody and they say, oh yeah, that person, they have their shit together, because some women they know how to fake it too. Some women, that's why I said we're the same. We're just 2 different genders, but we do the same shit. Oh yeah, look. Oh, she wear nice clothes. She has the nice, jewelry and the perfume. But the bitch ain't got shit. The bitch ain't got the bitch only possibly got like $10 to her fucking name and shit like that. This is materialism. Or she don't have any furniture or a place to stay. Or why? Because she's waiting for your ass to take her in. She's waiting for you to take care of her. These are these type of women too. So both men and women do it the same. This is what I'm saying. Both men and women are alike in so many ways. They do it the same. Okay? Hey, Judith. Thank you. I have been doing shadow work lately. I will get into journaling. I usually meditate. That's good, humble one. That's very good. Spiritual wealth is what makes you wealthy. Emotional intelligence makes you wealthy. That's right. That's right. Okay? So many people are scared of being alone that they would rather hold tight to the relationship than to suffer. And I'm not meaning they suffer in silence, but I'm not meaning that suffering like that. I mean like than to face their challenges head on. That's what makes you stronger. So they just stay there. They just stay there. They don't want to do the healing work. They don't want to face their own challenges here or overcome obstacles. So they find it easier to be complacent, just to stay stuck. Ah, well, fuck it. I have a roof over my head. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy here, but at least I'm not out there. They're afraid to face the world. I think more people are willing to forget a relationship than do the work. Our divorce rate agrees. Yeah. 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 I've been single 3 years and celibate. I love being single. I sometimes think it would be nice to go on adventures with someone. How do I know if someone is bullshitting me at the beginning? You just know. There's a series of questions that you ask a person to let you know what kind of person that you're dealing with. Some people are quick on their feet, so you got to be careful with that too. But is their actions as well. You got to really, really, really look at a motherfucker and pay attention to their actions. Pay attention to everything. Their eyes, their hand movement, their gestures, what they say, how they say it, how fast they react, how fast they respond. Like that. And can I stay where I'm not wanted and most definitely not suffering in silence? I'm a leaver. Yeah, me too. I'll leave. I'll leave and deal with the consequences than to stay in a fucked up relationship where I'm not happy and I have to force myself to be happy. Even with children, I'm not doing that fuck shit. Yes, actions speak louder than words. Exactly. Okay? There'll be flags, some green, some red. There you go. Because motherfuckers tell half truth, half lies. Half truth, half lies. Right? And if you don't know what kind of motherfucker you're dealing with, book a reader with me. I'll tell you about that stinking motherfucker. I'll tell you about that bitch, that motherfucker. I'll tell you everything that you need to know about that motherfucker. Okay? Yes. I don't need to be, there you go. I don't need to be in anybody's lives to know what their life is like. Not that I give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, but I don't need to know and talk to you to know about what you're doing and what's going on in your life. Yeah. That's the beauty of it. Have you ever seen My Worst Ex? My Worst Ex on Netflix? Right? Who's seen this? I would love to book a reading with you. Yeah, book a reading with me. Will me and my ex get back together? I don't know, D. Hawkins, because, I can't answer it like that. Yeah. Okay, you watched it, right? Did you see the part where the woman, her friend advised her to go to a reader? She introduced her to a reader, and the reader told her to get rid of the man because he's toxic, he's this, and the woman ignored what the reader said and said, she doesn't know what she's talking about. How does she know this? She still decided to deal with the man, and that man turned out to be loco. He kidnapped her and all that bullshit. Yeah. So you seen it on Netflix, right? Yeah. When you meet a high vibrational person, what are the signs? First of all, they got their shit together. They got a good, you're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to know. They have a good head on their shoulders. They're not rushing into sex. They want to get to fucking know you. Let's go out and let's have some drinks. Right? Let's get a nightcap. Do you like coffee? They're going to take you to a nice place. They're going to be interested in what you like, but it's going to be reciprocal. The conversation is going to flow. It's just going to flow. Okay? Your aura. There's something about their aura that you're going to feel good. You're going to feel safe. Their eyes is the window to the soul. Look at a person's eyes and you know exactly who the fuck you're dealing with. Okay? Yes. A person can't look at you in your eyes. They're hiding something. There's something wrong. Okay? If you look into a person's eyes and they have like this blank, dark look about them, they're crazy. They're a psychopath, sociopath. Period. Period. Their mannerism, the way they walk, You could tell a lot about a person if you study them good enough. Yes. Yes, and he kidnapped her. There you go. That series was crazy, right? Do you remember the part when she went to the reader? And the reader told her that guy is crazy, get rid of him and all that bullshit. And she brushed it off like, oh, what does she know? We know a lot. We know a lot. Okay? We know a lot. All right? So, yeah. Taj, how many months do you think is right for for you to finally meet someone after you've been speaking to him long distance? I'm in Massachusetts, he's in Texas. Um, is he coming to you? Because I wouldn't suggest flying out to Texas to meet him. I wouldn't suggest that at all. At all. And I wouldn't suggest you inviting him to your house. I wouldn't suggest you telling him anything about your neighborhood, what street you live on, nothing. Okay? How many months you said? How many months do you think is right for you to meet someone after you've been? How many months you've been talking to this person? Again, everybody has a motive. I don't give a fuck if he's telling you all these sweet nothings, because that's what it is. Just like motherfuckers that's locked up in jail, they only talk sweet nothings. Remember, this is what this guy did to this. This is why I read this email. This is what this guy did to this woman. Okay? And now she end up with nothing. In a span of 6 months, she end up with 0. So please, let them come to you. Meet at an area where it's public, where it's a lot of people, and that's that. Okay? Yeah, don't go to his hotel. And let me tell you something else. If he, make sure he book a hotel room or whatever, he, whatever. Don't go back there with them. Don't go back there. Make the stay short and brief. Yes, I remember that part. We definitely know a lot. I'm a reader as well. Exactly. A lot of people discredit their own intuition. Everybody has it, but not everybody followed their intuition. I remember I had a date, and right away I had a bad feeling. I followed my instincts. Something was off. Stacey, that's what I'm trying to tell you. The signs be there. The signs be there. We've been speaking since November of 2025. He is planning to see me this fall. That's good. A year. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Make sure he has his own money to book his own room. Make sure he's not coming to your house to stay. Make sure you have all that shit in order. Like, where are you going to stay? Oh, you're coming? And you're coming? In fall? Okay. I know, you could go to this hotel. This hotel has you don't ask him. Just start recommending hotels. Oh, you could go to, they have low rates, but they have like a nice thing, blah, 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 like that. When you start recommending, then you're going to see his reaction. Depending on how he reacts to you suggesting that he stay in a hotel, then you know what time it is with that motherfucker. Now, if he take the bait and say, okay, good, I'm going to look into that. Now, doesn't mean that he's going to book it, but he's going to be thinking. Because, see, if he's coming to see you, why should I spend money to go to a hotel? That's how some of them think. So he's going to be thinking that you're going to open your door to him. He's going to have access to your home. You got to be careful with this, because you don't know what's going on in Texas with him either. Then he gets into your home, and then you can't get the motherfucker out. That too. Or he could do something in your household to you. He could be a thief. He could be setting you up. He could be anything. Don't do this. So suggest a hotel to him. I would suggest a hotel. Oh yeah, this place over here, they have, blah, 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 blah. See how he reacts to that. Now, if he say that that's no problem, that he was gonna go get a hotel anyway, good. You're not over though. This is not the end. Okay, that's good. All right. And then you set the days. Oh well, I'm gonna be busy come that Monday. So how long are you gonna be staying? like that. Not that you're rushing him, but you have to set those boundaries from the beginning, from the fucking gate. How long are you gonna be staying here? Even if he's staying in a hotel, right? Now, if he come back with, oh, I thought I was gonna stay. I was gonna stay at your place or whatever, whatever. Dump that motherfucker immediately. I don't give a fuck if you've been talking to him since November 2025. Dump him right away. Sorry, it reconnected. Disconnect, block him. Don't speak to him ever again. Yes, come here, but not my home. Needed to hear all of this morning. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer, you're welcome. I'm 25. He's 28. I still live with mom, so coming to my house is definitely a strict. There you go. So many money scammers on dating sites as well. Did you meet him online? Yes, she met him online. Yes, get ahead of him so you can see how he reacts. If he start asking why he can't come stay with you, then you know his intentions aren't right. Exactly. You have to think outside the box, set healthy boundaries. Exactly. You set the pace. You set the pace. It's your time. It's not his time. So, how long are you gonna? You suggest a hotel. Okay, you suggest a hotel. How long are you gonna be staying here? Because I have things to do. Blah blah blah. So if he's coming Friday, make sure he leave that Sunday. I have Monday. Yeah, I have a this whatever. You know, um, then then he'd be like, oh, okay. If he's like, no problem with it, oh, okay. Now, here's the tricky part. He may suggest you stay in the hotel room with him. Because what am I coming there for? What are we going to do when I'm there? I'm booking the hotel room. Obviously, he's looking for some type of action, right? If he suggests you staying in the room with him, like, oh, are you going to be staying with me? Blah, 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 blah. This is that and the third. I don't suggest you stay in the room with him. Okay? I don't suggest that at all. Now, it would be nice if the hotel has like a bar or some fuck shit that you can sit down and have some type of drinks and shit like this. Yeah. But don't go to that man's room if he decides to book a room. If he's a man, he's young. But 28 years old, some of them have I met one that was young that had his own place. So yeah, so some of them have their shit together. They're a good head on their shoulder. But you don't know where he's coming from. Okay? And meet at a public place. A public place and stuff like that. Does he know that you still live with your mom? I was also thinking about that. Should I stay at the hotel? No, you do not stay at the hotel with him, Cece. You don't do that. No. No. Because I'm telling you right now, if he has to make this trip, right? Okay, so it's like this. I'm gonna give you an example, right? If a man books a hotel room and you're down to go to that hotel room, right? What do you think he's expecting? He's not gonna be expecting to be watching no fucking TV with you and picking out on food service. He wants some action, right? And it's like a waste of his time. He's gonna feel like, oh, this is a waste of my time. He's gonna get turned off immediately. Like, oh, you wasted my money and my time. You're playing games with me. You're playing poom poom games with me. You're playing with that cat now. You're playing games with me. See? So if you go to the hotel room with him, that's exactly what he's gonna be expecting. Got what I'm saying? Because then he feel like you're teasing him. Oh, you're teasing me now. You're gonna come to my room. You're gonna stay with me, but we're not doing anything. See what I'm saying? This is how they think. I'm telling you. Not gonna lie, I make sure he doesn't have any diseases before even giving him a kiss on the cheek. Exactly. There's a lot to learn about this motherfucker. That takes time. Now, I wouldn't suggest asking him to go to the clinic when he go see you, because you're not having sex with him. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. We're still learning each other. That's a no-no. Okay? So I wouldn't suggest, you throwing that out there like, let's go to the clinic. Now, again, free will. I could tell you not to do it, but you're still going to do it because, that's your life. So if you're going to do that, I suggest going to ask him. Ask him, how does he feel? How does he feel about taking, I'm sorry, is this light bothering you guys? Like the glasses? Let's see. Oh, okay. But when I turn it off, it's like dark. How does he feel about going to the hospital and taking some tests, some blood work? How does he feel about that? Because you guys are still young. Let me tell you. A man who is still young in his prime, 28, oh yeah. He likes to fuck. He likes to he needs sex. He likes to, he's still active. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, hold on. So the light is not bothering you, because I feel like so does he have a my chart? Exactly. Fuck that. Does he have an account number in a hospital? Does he have an account number? Does he have a PC? A PCP? Does he have insurance? Yeah. Yeah. At 28, they're very much active. Yeah. So, like, how's his relationship with his family? What's his plan in life? Why is he talking to you in the first place, right? Is he planning to move to Boston? No planning yet. He hasn't set a strict date. He only mentioned after he graduates and in the fall. Okay. What is he going to school for? Graduating? What is he going to school for? Is he like master's or PhD or something like this? Or the army? What is he graduating from? Asked him everything. She said, "Oh, engineering. Oh, that's a good job. That's a good career. They make good money." Yeah, but if a person doesn't want to go to the doctor with you, dump him. Dump him, dump her, dump pronoun, whatever pronoun they are, dump them. Dump their fucking ass. I never caught one of your lives before. You look beautiful. Thank you, Life with K. He is very close with his mom and dad, very close with siblings. I asked him why is he choosing to speak with me and not with anyone else in his area, and he said that he's not interested in anyone. That's odd. Texas is a big place. He's not interested in anyone, not even in his school. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that goes to his school. And he doesn't like anyone. He doesn't. Wow. Okay. That's something I would be looking into there. I smell, yeah, that's a red flag there. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Wouldn't it be much easier to carry on a relationship within your state than a long distance one? It's costly. Some it usually doesn't last if plans are not being made. That who's gonna move where? Am I gonna move here or you gonna move there? Um, Texas is also full of beautiful people, especially. Oh, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But there was an outbreak in Texas now, like with the STDs and shit like that. But um, that's something that you really need to take heed. Follow your intuitions. He also talks about planning on moving out of his state. I do too. I definitely want to live in Massachusetts forever. Where do you live? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. So you don't live in Massachusetts now? Um, are you going to school or something? Like, are you in university? Yes, Texas is huge. I wouldn't believe that shit either. I'm about to get off this shit, but I'm gonna tell you something, right? Does he have a plan? Where is he moving? Where would he like to move? Um, Ask questions, even if you don't want these things. Ask these questions. Did you ask questions about him? How does he feel about marriage? How does he feel about having children? Where does he see himself 5 years from now? Would he prefer to live in a house, condo, or co-op? Why? What state or country is he preferably looking at? Why those states and those countries? Have he ever traveled outside the state? Have he ever traveled outside the country? Have he ever been on a date before or dated anyone prior to you? Is he accustomed to dating other people online? Is this the only, because he's gonna lie. Let me tell you something. When people are online, dating online, they're talking to numerous of people. I wouldn't put it past him. He's 28 if he's speaking to somebody else besides you. Okay, that's another thing to look out for, because remember, you're still getting to know people. He's still searching and getting to know people here. So after graduation, he hasn't made a set plan to come and see you yet. No, he didn't give you a set date yet. He just said around fall after graduation, because there's a because behind that. Because more than likely he's possibly entertaining somebody else, not only you. Okay, yes, he speaks about marriage. He wants a family. We both want to move out to another state if we get to that point and time together, especially if he's sliding the DM or TikTok. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, most of the time these people, they get on these sites, these dating sites, because they want to hook up. They want to hook up. And again, if he is willing to go see you where you're at, he's going to be expecting something. Now, some of them have more patience than others. Okay, that's another thing. Some of them have more patience than others. Um, but his reaction alone, as to when you ask these questions, like if he sets a date and you tell him about the hotel, blah blah blah, this and that, I would start telling him now. I would start telling him now. Like, oh, by the way, yeah, I've been researching some hotels and stuff, like, when you do decide to come and fall, and they have like a pretty good price and blah 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 and la 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 la. I would start doing that shit now and see what he says. Okay, and if he has to book the hotel room, he's gonna ask you, are you gonna stay with me? Are you gonna stay with me in the hotel room? If you say no, that you're not gonna stay with him, best believe he's gonna cancel those plans. He's gonna cancel. He's not gonna. It's not gonna come. Now, I maybe he may just come. He may come anyway. But it, 28 years old, that's still young, man. Now, some 28 years old are more mature than some grown ass fucking men out here that is in their fucking 50s and 40s, 50s and 60s. There's some young men that's mature, more mature. Um, but he's still storing his royal youths, man. All right. you know, when we in our 20s, we still learning what we fucking want, what we really fucking want here, man. We don't really fucking know what we want in our 20s. Some of us do, some of us don't, but you know, sometimes we say we want something, like, yeah, I want the family, I want the kids, until we met with reality, and then we don't fucking want it anymore. Then we say to ourselves, damn, I made a premature decision. If I could turn back time, I was still young, da da da. You know what I mean? Yes. Let me tell you something. My cousin, my family was ragging her, right? She stood single for a very long time. She's a single mom, but the dad didn't want anything to do with my cousin. And she was a single mom. She didn't have any more children, and she put herself through school. Okay, she focused on school and developing herself. She really didn't have time for a man. Well, we know the guy. I mean, he's a friend of the family. I mean, usually in our culture, in my culture, we usually marry within our own culture or people that we already know. So basically, she already knew him. The family knows him. And she got married at 56. Okay. So the family was like, why did you didn't have to marry him? Like, why? But that's was something that she decided that she wanted to do and he wanted to do. They both never been married. So sometime it works out. No. Excuse me. He been married. He's been married. She never been married. Okay. He has 4 kids. She has 1. So she just wanted to get married. She just wanted the marriage. I mean, I don't, I mean, they're both adults. She has her own shit. He has his own shit, and they got married. I asked her, like, why did she get married? And she told me it's not about sex. It's not about sex. It's company. That's her company, and that's her best friend, and blah blah blah. And they just decided to do it. Okay, well, whatever fucking floats your boat. I mean, I would just prefer, like, just being together. Being together will make me happy. I don't need a ring or to get married to prove my love or to be happy. I'm just happy, if we make each other happy, I'm just happy like that. Okay? Yes. But some people, they feel like they need the fucking ring, they need the fucking paper, they need all this fucking shebang. It's just a waste of fucking money. Don't waste your fucking money. Okay? Don't waste your fucking money. If we're enjoying each other's company and we're having a good time, and I feel like, sometimes the marriage makes it worse. You getting married make it worse. I feel like some people that are not married, they last longer. There's no title, there's no pressure. I feel like it's a mental thing. People who get married, they feel restricted. They feel like they're in prison. Their life is over. Oh my goodness, I signed my life away. Versus the other people that just in an unconventional relationship, we live together, we have kids, we're not married, but we love each other, we're still here. Marriage does define your love and your happiness. That money that you buy for a ring could go down to a house, or a condo. Let's purchase something with that fucking money. And yeah. So I feel like people that don't get married and just have a relationship and have kids and been together for 10, 20 years and still have fun is because it's less pressure. They feel like it's less pressure. You understand? Like, they feel like they could leave, they don't have to go to court like that. They're not tied to anything here. You see? And that's how I feel. So I always felt like marriage is doesn't equate happiness. And I'm an Aquarius, so I love my freedom. And if I do get married, I just feel like I'm giving control to somebody else. I'm giving you control of my life. I will lose control of my life. And so I always had it in my mind that I never desired to get married or desire to have like some big lavish fucking wedding and all this bullshit. It's just a waste of fucking money. It's just for show. You know, when we could save that money and do something else with that money. Let's go on vacation, let's go on trips, let's visit this country that we never visited before. Let's purchase a house in this country. Let's have, you know what I mean? Like that. You know, and it's just carefree. You feel more free like that. You know? Yes. Best friends make the best lovers. You know? Yeah. It's not the pressure. It's no pressure. There's no pressure. That's what I feel. I feel marriage is pressure. But I feel like just being together in an unconventional relationship and just being, you know, man, woman, together in a relationship, I feel like it's less pressure without all that extra bullshit. Yeah, my day is going great. How about yours, hon? Working. I'm shining on the side, so don't judge me. That's okay. That's all right. But I know people that are not married and they're still together till this day. Have children, grandchildren, and all that bullshit. So trust and believe me, I feel more free that way. You know? And if it doesn't work out, we break up, you go your way and I go mine. There's no dividing assets, there's no prenup, no none of that bullshit. You know? No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. I feel the same way. I'm an Aquarius rising sign. Yeah. Also, age does not matter. I can be younger and still have more experience than someone that may be older. Again, everyone is entitled. Yeah. Yeah. So, what the hell going on this thread? Hey, hey, hey. I see claws coming out here. Claws coming out with different people. Let's be respectful here. Let's be respectful. Okay? Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody, that's their life. Let's just be respectful here. I mean, yeah. But yeah, so that's that. But I'm going to tell you this. Don't sacrifice yourself for love. Don't ever do that, babes. They'll never do that. There's a difference. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that is crucial. And don't forget this. It's not about love. It's about respect. If a person respects you, that means everything. Love is just a word that people toss out. It doesn't mean anything without action, right? Let me tell you something. If you tell a person, I'm not putting up with your shit, right? I'm not putting up with this shit, blah, blah, blah. You tell them from the beginning. You know what? A person is going to play with you just to see if you meant what you said. Oh, did she mean what she said? Or did he mean, did she mean what she said? Like, it's over if you do this. They're going to test you now. They're going to test your bullshit. And if he could get away with it, guess what? He lost all respect for you. He lost it. He lost respect. It's like telling a man, oh, I don't have sex on the first date. I don't do one night stands. And then all of a sudden, he gets you, take you to a nice club. Let's go club. Let's have a drip, blah, blah, blah. Get you where you're feeling like, oh, right? Just to see if you meant what you said. So if you're going to say something, mean what you say and say what you mean. Okay? Exactly, Miss Susie. If you let them slide, he gonna play you like a park. Got it. My white British husband, 4 years younger than me, did me dirty. He blocked me on social media and moved on with another woman. I was broken and I cried out to God and read the Bible. Yeah, that right there. It happens. Okay, you're not. Let me tell you, baby, you're not the only one going through this right now. You're not the only one. Um, but there was a certain aspect of your life you may have been neglecting why that happened. For you to open your eyes. There was a certain area of your life that you weren't healing or you were neglecting or you were overlooking. Maybe you may have dedicated too much to that man, sacrificed too much for that man. Sacrifice yourself for that man. Okay? I say the beginning is a training session. There you go. This is like the first trial. It's like when they do a series, right? The pilot, that's that. To see how things go, you know? Where is this plot going? where is it going? You know, is it gonna last seasons? Is it gonna last seasons, right? Or is it gonna fail on the first shot? Yeah. I am respectful. I do not understand why people come on these public platforms, spill all their business, then get in their feelings when a person does not make them feel warm and fuzzy inside. Ooh, yeah, well, that's true too. I mean, you're gonna have to, I mean, listen, I get cursed out all the fucking time. You hear what I'm saying? But I have thick skin. That's just what comes with the territory of being a content creator. You're gonna have people cursing you out, and yeah, but some people, are sensitive. So, you know, and you don't you we have to be mindful. I learned this over the years. Everybody goes through different things, and we have to learn. You don't know a person's mental state as well, so we have to be mindful of how we respond to others. Now, I could take it. I could take the bullshit. You could curse me out all fucking day. Fuck you, bitch, you stinking hoe. That shit don't mean a fucking thing to me. Okay? Yes. Yes. So so that's that. I mean, um and give yourself time. Give yourself time, and I hope this email, I hope people, listen to this message today. My next morning motivation will be a little bit different, but I just wanted to get this email out the way, because why are we still doing this fuck shit? Why are we still doing this fuck shit? Okay, I had to fight though in the spiritual. Okay, for a better life. Yeah. Hey, Miss Christine. Hey, Miss Christine Michelle. I have to get off of this. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm gonna get off of this. I'm gonna get off of this. But I hope you guys take heed to what I said. Um, I'm gonna be, yeah, for my next morning motivation. It's gonna be a general message, like a tarot reading, general message. But sometimes I like to sit down and chit chat the shit that I receive, the emails I receive, because she's not the only one. She's not the only one. Okay, she's not the only one. I have quite a few in there that I could read, but this one, it just took me for a loop. Like, okay, that's no good. You're welcome. Thank you, Lasona. Yes. So I wish I was young again. I wish I had this advice. Um, However, each one teach one. Okay, each one teach one, and Think with your head and not with your heart. The head controls everything. Follow your intuitions. That's all I'm gonna say. Follow your intuitions, okay? And test the waters before diving in, if there's water there. Um, and don't ever, 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 ever leave your safe zone to appease another. That's another thing. Okay? Stretch yourself too thin. Don't stretch yourself too thin for people. Same here, Tosh. I was a correctional officer and I got cussed out all day, every day by a bunch of old ass inmates. Doesn't faze me at all. Yeah. But let me go, guys. I see you guys. I have to do some personal readings right now for my possible people. And I may or may not do personal readings. Readings for my second channel, I'm Possible 2.0. I may or may not, but I just need to get these personal readings out the way because people are waiting for them. Okay, but I love you guys. I have to go now, and see you guys tomorrow. If I don't do readings on my second channel, I'm Possible 2.0 today, I'm definitely going to be doing them tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, so until the next morning motivation. This is just today, but next morning motivation will be different. Okay? Yes. All right, guys. Love you guys. See you next time.